Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Matthew Stafford on the road. Rams, big win at Seattle. Fired up for this one. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. So before we dive into the video, quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of this channel. Not only is it a great way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. So if you're looking for even more Quarterback School content, hop over to the Quarterback School Patreon community. I appreciate your support. The link is in the video description. As for this video, let's get into it. Matthew Stafford, the Rams, big win on the road in Seattle, just doing work on third downs. Now right here, I can't tell you what the read is, but I can tell you that I love Matthew Stafford going full field, looking left, no, coming back right, dropping down the arm angle, putting it right on the tight end. Beautiful catch as well. Scheme-wise here, I'm not going to pretend to be an expert about what the Rams are doing in their drop-back game, what any of these systems are really doing in their drop-back game. It looks like we're trying to get here. I would say in a perfect world, I would prefer to see some sort of like rub through here on that second-level defender, right here, potentially for that flat. But we're going to continue on what looks like a crosser paired up with what looks like an in over here. So you read it however you want. It's not there. All of the above is not there. And we're able to do like a little return route back in here. So you can see Matthew Stafford at the back of this drop. He's looking over here. It's not there. It's not there. It's not there. Comes back across, finds a little arm angle, puts it on that loop return. So peep that flat down here to the bottom first. Is it there? You know, could we get a rub from 5 going in motion? I would hope so. No, yes to the return. So nice job seeing the construction of the play work itself into the vision of Matthew Stafford. Really like the arm angle, not forcing it. No, no, no. And then again, look at this. Find the throwing lane, right down the hash. Again, love a good in route, whether it's a jerk, return, right down the hash, thing of beauty. Let's go. Another third down precision throw from Matthew Stafford. This time 3rd and 10. We're going to work the wrap in up top to the number 1. It looks like it's a choice to the backfield. It's not there. He's able to rip this thing. There's a lot to like here. The footwork, the arm strength, the precision on that. It's actually one of the more difficult looks in my opinion. So when I'm talking wrap in, I'm talking up top, the number 1. We're going to wrap this thing right in. Boom. And so when I say difficult look, I'm talking about split field coverage. So safeties, open. He's kind of down on there. That's like a tight-ish quarter safety. It looks like we're trying to get the back out the backfield as kind of a choice-ish, whether this is a choice or a true flat. You know, it's not going to get a first down, but it's essentially that little high-low concept. And again, when I say it's difficult, there's nothing really holding this safety. Normally, if you're going to do some sort of like wrap in or something, you want it versus middle field close or true like half field safety. If this guy's sitting down in what's more of a quarters look and he's not threatened with a vertical, this is a tough throw. It's a tough look. Look at that safety. He's eyeballing him. Boom. And you know, in a perfect world for Seattle, he probably shouldn't allow this ball to be caught. But Matthew Stafford's got the arm strength, the arm talent, the base right here, whoom, the timing of it. It's outstanding execution on 3rd and long. This is a difficult hookup. Watch all his cleats. I mean, look at his cleats in the ground. Whoom. That ball is on the body. Let's go. Next one, 2nd and 17. Trying to get half back, most likely. This is an RPO. We're going to read that alley defender. Beautiful ball placement, showing off the arm talent on just a simple hitch-ish throw. Hitch-ish throw. You can see he doesn't have to get lined up. He's got that quick twitch, quick little like flick of the hips. Again, really nice execution, terrible tackling on the back end. But this is about as simple of a read as you can get in the NFL. So we're going to read what I'm going to call the conflict defender right here, or the alley defender, this being the alley. Okay, so whoever shows up there, if he's going to fit into the run at all, and we're going to run this little, like, we'll call it a hitch. If you like it, take it. If he's going to insert himself into the long trap run game, let's go. Let's take it. Now, I think he does a decent job of kind of playing both. And this throw is a laser and a dart kind of like to the open area away from the near defender, and that allows for the yak afterwards. But Matthew Stafford's making this look easy. The read is easy. The arm throw, the throwing, not easy. The arm talent, rare. Long trap to the bottom. Vroom, look at that ball. Away from the near defender. That's a fastball. Watch how quick his lower half moves. Boom. Not even fully lined up. Great fastball. Excellent effort there to break through a tackle, almost get in the end zone. You can just watch the lower half. Boom. I mean, that's as quick as you'll see it with the fastball. Boom. Beautiful. My goodness. Love it. Next one here, a little 2-minute drive situation. This is one of the few misses on the day. We're going to miss an in down here to the bottom. I think it's probably the backside in. And I mean, Matthew Stafford goes to work on these throws normally. He can usually rip these things on a string. For whatever reason, he's a tick late here. It's behind him. Again, I'm going to be really critical of the footwork on some of these throws, and some people might freak the hell out, and that's all right with me. I just think sometimes he doesn't make life as easy as it could be on himself. And that's saying something for a guy who's got so much arm talent. So what is this play? For me, this play is a deep out here as probably the number 1, and then this deep in as the number 2. And you just read this thing just like that, 1 to 2. So we're going to go 1 here. Do you like it? 2, no. Otherwise, we're going to get check, flat, check with the back over the ball, and probably chip out over here. So this is about as clean of a look as you get. I personally think he could help himself out if he was lined up to his left a little bit more to make this initial read, and then just getting back underneath himself as opposed to everything having to be like off platform, weird angle. Just take what's there on time and rip it. Again, you be the judge here at the back end if you think he could throw to the left. Again, you can see the chips on the edges. You know, to me, his feet are lined up like he's going to the right. He's looking left, but he's never there. So then by the time he comes back, he's kind of all over the place. He essentially does like a semicircle of hitches. So hitch, 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 hitch. Where it's still not lined up to the left. You can see even when he lets this thing go, he's not looking anybody off here. This is not a no-look throw. Or if it is, he just misses it. For all I know, it probably is, now that I think about who the hell the guy is. Probably gets a little fancy and no-looks himself. Next one here, another 3rd and long. This time we're going to go lion on both sides or all slants. Thing of beauty right here, being able to attack the middle of the field. Very rare to see the inside slant thrown on all slant, if I'm being honest. But right here, the way that they pressure this thing, it creates a nice void right between the hashes, and he's able to hit it. So this is just one of those things where it's a really nice job from Matthew Stafford with his vision to be able to see this and go get it. So what I'm talking about is all these, if everyone's running slants, and those are not great drawings, it's usually like 1 step and go, 1 step and go, and then a true slant on the outside. And it can even be sometimes like a 5-yard in on the outside. It's pretty hard to get these interior slants thrown. Now, when it does happen, it's just like this. When you get any sort of like backer pressure from the middle, and they're going to try to drop someone off on the edge, that then creates that natural void for you to attack right here. This is outstanding vision. Nice little flick on kind of a unique look. So really nice job playing and throwing into the hot, into the pressure, not really into the hot, into the pressure where the space is voided in the defense. Nice conversion. Next one here, beautiful wrap into the bottom. We'll see this kind of by the number 1, the pivot gather from the tight end, pulls up that hook defender. We're able to attack the middle of the field. Again, Matthew Stafford, the Rams, been doing work on this for years. Nice little look off as well. But the bones of this play, the way that this thing kind of opens itself up, is that if we're going to run this wrap into the bottom, so here's where the ball ends up going. It's usually paired with what you'll hear me call pivot gather. So right here, he's going to run that little pivot or hitch. It's going to hopefully gather the near defender. So instead of dropping and getting depth to the end, they're going to drive that pivot gather, and it's going to create this void for us to be able to come back and rip it. Now, you can play this as a backside route and do whatever you want to the front side, or if it's middle field closed right here, you can play this as just the true read. So you can have coverage-based reads, closed, open, where our eyes are going to go. Who knows what they're doing here, but right here it works out with the pivot gather perfectly. So no to the smash, yes back to that wrap in. And because the backer comes up on the tight end, 89 right there, you can see the defender on the right hash, settle, drive that, just move just a little bit towards that pivot gather. Stafford's put it right down the logo, big chunk. This next one was such a big opportunity. We're going to drop the post down here to the number 2. We're going to boot away. Now, this one's a throwback for my peeps way back in the day, a little Davis Aggies gap boot Z post. This thing is a thing of beauty. This is a pretty unique play call and look in the league. To think that we're going to boot away and try to throw this post, it almost looks like they're calling it to throw the in. I don't think they are necessarily, but it looks that way with how it plays out. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. I sincerely appreciate you subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me, so thank you for doing that. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community, get even more Quarterback School content over there. The link is in the video description. We also have a bunch of courses available. Now, these courses are the premium content available through the channel. We've got courses on RPOs, tempos, pass protection, how to beat every single coverage, and we even have an entire offensive system available. So if you dig the way that I talk and teach ball, you will love the courses. Get over there and enroll. The link is in the video description. We also have a bunch of free resources available, also linked in the video description. Finally, make sure to follow me across social media platforms. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get back to it. So what is this play? To me, this play is an over, a big post, and an in. And essentially the post and the in are going to be there. Now, the things that make it a little bit unique in the league is very rarely do you see you're only going to get 3 people out and you're going to block the nub, pull the guard to kind of set it. We're going to move the launch point way over here, and you got to have a big boy arm to make these types of throws, an in backside booting away or a post away. And so it's there. We just drop it. The wide receiver's hands, to me, get a little funky, but this is a throwback now. Love a good backside Z post. And again, that safety, almost doesn't believe you're going to throw it. Look at the safety getting out of the screen. Matthew Stafford, see how he kind of turns right here? Looks like he's going to rip that in. And the in is there, but the post is even more open. So just a really nice job being able to see this thing, get it out to him. Can't catch it for him. And again, you'd love to see him turn his shoulders and go up and high point that thing versus kind of having both his arms turned around here. Really nice job by the tight end holding that edge. That's always the block that takes a long time. Really nice job. My goodness. And you can see his hands. See how he's kind of got both hands turned? Go up and get that thing. Thumbs together. Man, tough. That's a brutal drop. Next one here. This is beautiful design. Big play down here to the number 1 going in motion. Switch release that thing. Go to the big corner or the flag. And again, they're going to be in man-free, man coverage, have a little friendly fire with the adjustment to motion. Watching this kind of reminded me a little bit of the Dolphins, just with the way that they were using motion and speed on the perimeter to create big runaway opportunities down the field. This is a thing of beauty. I wouldn't be shocked if the Dolphins put this thing in next week. This design here, we're going to go short motion, and then we're going to switch release, what I'm used to calling switch release. So, whoop. And then the new number 2 here, the guy going in motion, coming up, and he's running that deep corner or flag. And what happens here is the corner down here to the bottom is going to run in to the defender right here. They're going to run into each other, cause all sorts of issues, and now we've created this gap opportunity. I think they run it with just simple hook flat down here to the bottom. This is a thing of beauty, though. Whoop! See that friendly fire right there by the safety type, covering the number 3 in the corner. Whoop! Got him. Gapped him. Great speed. Nice touch. Big play. Awesome offensive architecture. Using the motion to create speed. Showcase the speed on the perimeter. Buy enough time. That's great touch. Drop it in the bucket. Let's go. Next one here. Beautiful throw up top to the number 2, the tight end. Little double move. Now they're just picking on the Seattle back end here. This is a thing of beauty. Really outstanding touch, rotational force here from Stafford. Watch him kind of have to throw this thing from a phone booth. Someone right in his face as he gets hit in the face. Beautiful touch. And again, I'm going to say this is a double move from the tight end. It might just be that slow. I don't want to throw shade at the cat for no reason, but it doesn't look fast, whatever it is. So let this thing go, clear out of there, and then essentially this is going to be a double move right here versus the safety type. Okay, so we're going to come up, let that outside guy clear, come up, and I'm going to say we're going to nod this thing just a tick and then up into it. and it's a beautifully weighted throw right up on him in stride. He's got to fight through a little bit of a collision up top. Outside release, nod, go. Again, really nice throw. Let's see exactly when he lets that thing go. Yeah, you got to fight through that collision. And again, the weight of the pass is right on him. It's not too hard like a laser. It's not a hand grenade. That thing is right on him, perfectly weighted. Nice little short iron. Choo, boom, dot. This next one is an absolute string of a laser down here to the bottom, number 1 on a deep in. And again, great pocket movement, just absolutely ripping the ball between the hashes. Again, for a long time, there's probably been nobody better ripping these ins. Like, nice pocket movement. It's not perfectly in rhythm. You can see him kind of hitch his giddy up there, but the ability to drive this thing, really special. So for me, here it is, deep in. It's going to be paired with either a deep, whether you want to call this a corner or a deep out. Let this thing go. And again, you can see the pocket movement here where he kind of hits that back foot, moves over. He's ready to go, but doesn't let it go. And then when he decides to go, it's an absolute string. So just a really, really impressive throw. Again, just doing work on these in routes. Over, up. Again, when does he let that thing go? Just a tick of anticipation. His 5 comes in there, and that thing is ripped right on his grill. From the back, you can see the pocket movement here. You can see the lane open up. So up, up, up. And again, he's ready to throw. Doesn't. Yes. String. Boom. Right up on his grill. Watch this thing go full speed for you just to appreciate the arm strength and ripping this thing between the hashes. Whoop. That's a heater. Next one, this is probably my favorite Matthew Stafford throw of the day, and that's saying something because there are some dots here. But the guy going in motion down here to the bottom is going to run the deep in off the motion. We are throwing an absolute laser out of this thing, deep down the field, just putting on an in clinic here. Again, really great arm strength, nice pass protection, buys a little bit of time, and then that is a seed of a throw. So watch that guy going in motion, go all the way into the deep end. When's Matthew Stafford let that thing go? I mean, look at him separate right here. I mean, that's a thing of beauty. So here's the deep end. Not anywhere close to the window he's going to catch this thing in. We've got what I'm going to call the deep corner with it, with like an over here. The only thing I'll say here, concept-wise, so if these were the 3 eligibles, I personally would prefer to see this over, try to take that safety out of there to create an even bigger play, as opposed to going flat here. But everything else, just perfectly done. And this is such an unbelievable throw. It really is. I mean, I'm going to take it back just so you can appreciate it one time without me stopping it. But this is an absolute dot. Play action, buy some time, rip it down the field. And again, just the arm talent alone. It's not necessarily perfectly in rhythm, but he's got the arm strength and the torque to just drive it. Thank goodness. Next one here, another really impressive throw. This time we're going to work the number 1 up top on a corner. Really the new number 2, and then they kind of swap release it as well. But that is an absolute dot of a throw. That is exactly where the defense wants you to go with it, and they just made it happen offensively. There's nothing you can do here defensively other than tip your hat. The one thing I will say is I thought maybe he was throwing it to the new number 1, 5 there originally, but I think this is just an unbelievable throw to the corner. And so what I'm saying, maybe he would have thrown it to the number 5 on what I'm going to call is essentially like a clear. So how this thing works at the snap is he's going to go, and this is where I thought he might be going originally, where the ball ends up getting caught. Right here, we're going to do this little like switch release here we talk about, up into the corner. Now, the thing that makes this such an impressive throw is the guy who's covering the sail or the corner has outside leverage. So he's running with him the whole time, and there's a safety over the top. So really, the only place you can put this is right down on top of him. And that's exactly what he does. If that wasn't there, it looks like they've got a little like return or whip coming back over here. So just a little layered high-low. But man, I mean, Matthew Stafford put on an absolute third down clinic this game. This is crazy impressive arm talent and precision. My goodness, the accuracy right on point, giving his guy a shot, just an absurd throw. Really is. and it wasn't his only one. Outside the numbers, I mean, look at that throw. Good coverage, just a better throw. Have yourself a day. Last one here, one of the few misses on the day, 3rd and 6, go route to the bottom. I think this ball just comes out a little flat. Again, I think he could help himself if he was lined up, but I think he just barely misses this thing. And again, I always think third medium is a great opportunity to take a shot. I think it always sings a little bit more when you turn on the film and you see a really easy throw for a first down. But if you like this, you like the matchup, 17 having himself a day, I think this is one of those throws you got to take, almost like a little bit of a heat check here. Get it, go get it. If you like the matchup, he wins at the line of scrimmage, do it. I think the thing that stings is when you see this little short motion and him running the shallow right at first down depth for an easy completion. You know, these are always going to be lower percentage throws. It doesn't mean you don't take them. And I think they're there and you're feeling yourself and you're feeling good and you're on fire, let it rip. Just peek that shallow. That one stings a little bit. But man, what a great day. Pretty cool to see the Rams playing this well, especially on the perimeter. Matthew Stafford dealing for the most part. And he had himself a huge day, but there were certainly missed opportunities down the field, whether it's the big post, whether it's potentially this for a touchdown. Man, pretty sweet. So that is a wrap. Matthew Stafford on the road, big win in Seattle, really playing some impressive ball on third down. There were a bunch of different throws. Matthew Stafford always has it going, I feel like, ripping those backside ends, working the middle of the field, showing off the arm strength. But there were some really nice touch throws. There were some really nice guys that I never even heard of before having unbelievable days on the perimeter. You couple that with some nice design, big win on the road. And then I think the even more exciting thing is that they left a few plays out there where it could have been a special day stat-wise. Either way, fun to see Matthew Stafford, the Rams, go on the road, get a big win at Seattle. Let me know what you thought of the video. Let me know who you want to see next. I will see you next time. Have a good one.